What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro duel video. The new Fire Fist cards again, updated build. I think everyone has seen Jerome Kale's video from Worlds. Again, featuring like a couple of combos featuring Raven as well. It's at 3 here in the main deck. It's definitely one of the better starter cards, next to the other two being Elephant and Panda, maximizing both of them since those are I mean, you need them going first, especially level 4 as you'll be seeing in a couple of moments. The build is much less focused on the rank 3 engine, and that's why there are only double, or at least 2 rooster, double spirit. Spirit is fine, but not first turn. It's searchable and it's perfect for the follow-up turn, your next, at least your second turn, right? But this build is much more focused on, of course, your ritual as well, the fusion as well, because those are very excellent cards. I mean, I overlooked them, but again, they are definitely needed for Fire Fists. And of course, I'm making triple dragon in your main deck. It's such a crazy card. I'll start with the the generic combo that Jerome also featured here. It's only two cards indeed, featuring Raven. Raven going for the Salmon Great Link one, and Raven itself is not a once per turn effect. So every time it's sent to the graveyard, you can search a Tanky or Tensu or whatever, right? And the fact that you can now run the ritual and run the fusion. I mean, the most important thing here is for the new Fire Fists is that both those new, the Fire Fist ritual and the Fire Fist fusion spell, both have like the extra beneficial effect that it either special summons a monster, that's the ritual continuous spell, or the fusion continuous spell to get something back from your graveyard. The ritual Fire Fist spell card is much better since it's a potential monster reborn, and again, potentially reborning, let's say, Dragon, and Dragon on its own again reborn something, so fueling your Tiger King play. Since that's something I mainly wanted to focus on here with like the 3.5 axis build, is abusing Tiger King and Dragon as well. The use of Bear, popping your own Tiger King, as you'll be seeing within the next couple of moments, right? But again, I was wrong in my previous build. This you should definitely main deck both. Fusion is excellent, right? Interruption, sadly only during the battle phase, a quick effect by the way, but again, during the battle phase, like pop something from your opponent is still quite good, especially for a deck like Fire Fist that do lack like the multiple negations compared to, let's say, Pendulum Magicians, like, so this is where it's at, right? Opening with a level 4, let's say through Tanky or whatever, with multiple searches and your Raven, right? But again, there are a couple of like different combos, different setup, but they all lead to this particular board. Thanks to your Eagle, your Link 2, you're able to foolish either, Dragon or Bear or whatever the one you elect, right? And thanks to your Bear, you can pop your own Tiger King and, you're able to search out your field spell, basically the gateway of the deck. The small downside of Panda, as soon as you're using Panda at level 5, it locks you into only Fire Fist. So sadly, no Heraklinos next to this first turn. It would have been fantastic. Second time, next to the double Dragon search, right? Again, also not once per turn, using the double Rooster as well. Rooster searching out the ritual spell. And eventually, you'll be using your on-field roosters to send, the face-up fire formation spells to the graveyard to reborn something, or maybe get something back from your graveyard to the hand if it was a continuous fusion. So there is another rooster effect, again making sure that, your back row is not clogged, so you can still keep your roosters effect, or use your roosters effect. This is not the best first turn, well, I mean, it's fine, right? You have the monster negation in the form of the ritual spell, you have the themed Fire Fist Infernity Barrier that can negate any spell or trap from your opponent, which can be important if your opponent is going second and siding in the new quote-unquote skill drain. One of the tin promos, right? But I don't think that's very much effective against Fire Fist, especially again, they are able to search out their Infernity Barrier to negate that skill drain-alike card. The Nibiru, the Comet, right? The Rock, that card is a huge problem. But yeah, as you see, like this is one of the replays, as in, like, you're normal summoning your Raven to get those extra beneficial effects. I believe this was a combo that Jerome featured in the video, right? With the normal summon of Raven into a couple of extra searches. And here, this is almost full combo, basically. I had the Dragon left to, reborn something or whatever, but nope, the Comet decides otherwise. And now, yeah, no follow-up plays. There is something that Fire Fist could play around this, but it needs some specific cards like the Ritual, right? Going for your Ritual at least within the first 5 summons, that is, to negate the monster effect, right? So that's one of the things that Fire Fist can definitely do, but the problem is that if you're doing that, or if you are able to do that, very important, it like slows down your, yeah, it makes your combo more vulnerable, I guess, and less powerful, less negates and less special summons. But again, and that's a problem, right, with these new tin promos, the psychological mind game with these new cards. Anyway, so Tanky and the field spell eventually as well, but the most important 2 cards being the level 4 and Raven as well, but again, those could be like Tanky to search something out, or eventually have the Eagle to send something from your deck to the graveyard, but the level 4 is where it's at, right? So again, dropping the level 5 Panda, not to forget, it also has a built-in like protection effect as soon as your opponent wants to destroy your own monsters, but this is where it's at, abusing your dragons here. You could use, or like search out like a Tensu, I flip over the Tensu to get the double dragon search. Not really sure if it's really needed, since you'll just be using Rooster within the next couple of moments, right? So again, the second pop Tiger King here, searching out the Ritual spell. This is a bit ignorant. I mean, ignorant as in, well, you're kind of hoping that your opponent is not hard drawing into his opening 5 the Nibiru, the new Comet, and well, he'll just drop it, right? And well, you could play around it and maybe keep like, or at least not invest too many resources, but again, that's something you know, it's again that huge risk. So this is like a huge first turn. Again, the Panda negates or prevents my monsters from being destroyed. I have the Ritual that can negate the monster effect. Sadly, not destroys. The fusion can pop something from my opponent during the battle phase. My Peacock indeed is protected because she's pointing to a Fire Fist monster. Have a Tanky ready for next turn. The field spell ready for next turn to drop that Heraklinos, right? And yeah, the Tensen as well is also something I added in compared to my previous build. You know, the 1k attack boost. I think it's important, especially because it's a free search off of your dragon, and the attack boost can be important to protect your low attack Fire Fist monsters, right? So again, a couple of test matches against Thunders as well. Crusadia Thunder, right? One of the best decks currently in the TCG format, but again, going second. So this, I guess it's fine, right? If it wasn't for this delicious top deck, probably would have been in game already. No searches, well, yeah, probably, right? No Tanky, and then, you know, I would not have been able to drop or use the level 4 Fire Fist effect, so, but again, I guess it's fine. The Dark Ruler no more cannot be negated by monster effect, so it's fantastic against a deck like that. And yeah, this is your standard combo again. Just the small risk though by going for the Tiger King combo. It could be, well, somewhat dangerous, but again, I think I know my opponent's entire hand. He searched Levianeer, had the Thunder Dragon search indeed, and got something back from the Crusadia, I guess. So I think we knew the entire hand, so there was no, at least there were no risks. So you can just go for your full Tiger King plus like 11 combo or whatever. Depends, right? If you're using dragons, searching effect, etc. So again, going for Rooster as well, getting the search, being the Ritual monster, and then, yep, using Rooster to send something from my back row to the graveyard, since again, I need those extra spots in order to use the Rooster, that second Rooster here. Going for the fusion as well, but again, I can't do any battle damage, but this kind of feels like DDD's reborning, eventually, like, you know, you're using your on-field monsters and reborning them back again to enter combo here with Dragon. So I can now negate a monster effect, I can potentially negate a spell or trap from the opponent. I have the 10 cent set to boost up like any Fire Fist on my side of the field with 1k attack, again, could be important. The Panda at level 5 on my side of the field to protect my monsters from being destroyed. So again, quite solid, right? So yeah, that's all cool. I don't think he has any options next to maybe Boral Sword or Borload, right? But again, it's not going to matter too much. I can recycle everything. Going for the potential extra attack boost. Also the fusion still on my side of the field, right? I can go for Heraklinos here for the extra 3k beatstick, I think, or at least, no. There are not enough counters, but again, it's not going to matter too much. A lot of resources, right? Last example, again, going first. Again, that delicious combo, right? Again, going for Eagle, and this time searching out the field spell as well. Bounce it back, but eventually use it or activate it so I can drop the panda and start abusing the rooster, right? So using the searching out the ritual spell. The ritual spell is much better compared to the fusion spell. The ritual spell, when it's like sent to the graveyard of rooster, for example, you can reborn something. So that could be important of reborning another rooster or reborning dragon, right? And then you can use dragon's effect again to reborn a bear. Again, you know, make this combo live. At least, and that's something I bypassed or overlooked in the previous video. Again, that Tiger King Bear combo. And it's really not that hard. There are some specific opening cards you need, like the level 4. Well, there are multiple variations. Again, you're making like tankies and a couple of other search cards as well. So it's not that hard. But again, the opponent could have like the hand trap, like the Nibiru, for example, or Ash Blossom. But yeah, then again, you're running triple Call by the Grave, so those cards are definitely important. So Fire Fist's definitely a solid upcoming top tier deck. It's vulnerable to the Nibiru, but it needs more playtesting to play around that card. Maybe maximize the fusion, or maybe maximizing the ritual, right? Makes it maybe a little bit more easy to go for your, at least one of your first 5 special summons, normal summons, would be dropping the ritual, right, to negate the monster effect. That might be like something to think about, but I dropped the rank 3 engine to a minimal with only double rooster. Opening turn rooster is not that fantastic unless I'm mistaken. I much prefer the other ones here, like Raven, and of course level 4, level 5, Dragon as well for the combo extender, and the double field spell, because it's basically extra phase up fire formation spells to activate and trigger my level 5 panda in hand. So yeah, other options like again the Nibiru, the new Comet. I think it's like a side deck staple, definitely depends on the format. Same for the phase up skill drain, also definitely a side deck staple if going first. But against Fire Fist, the Comet is definitely much better. Other options, I've seen decks build like over 50 cards, 60 cards, and maximizing or, you know, adding in more rank 3 cards like triple chicken, triple spirit, triple leopard as well. But I'm not a huge fan of that. I want to keep the deck count as low as possible, 40 cards, maximizing the chances of drawing my best cards, opening with my best cards being the level 4, level 5, the tankies of course, and those lovely extenders like Dragon, like Bear as in popping my own Tiger King. So again, like always, no rekindling, no. I don't like it that much. Opening turn, it's quite useless, and there are just better cards. Sounds strange, but that's how it is. At least that's how I feel. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.